My dear Christian, I will talk in a very, very important topic. Watching this video and achieving what I will say is very, very important. Watching this video and achieving what I say now, it's a matter of life or death. For that, I want you to hear me very well. Hear me with your heart. Don't hear me with your ears. I'm sure if you hear me with your heart, my talking will penetrate your heart, because most of Christians are not arrogant, are not proud. If they know the correct way, they walk in the correct way. If they hear the correct advice, they follow the correct advice. I will talk about very great and incredible scientific miracles in the Holy Quran and Sunnah. Hear me for 5 minutes and then you are free. The God said in Surah eltharyat in chapter number 27 in verse number 47, and we constructed the heaven with strength and indeed, and we will keep expanding. Which means that the God said that He will keep expanding the heaven. The recent science proved that the heaven expands with a very high velocity, which it reaches 30,000 light years every 1 second, because there are 275 million stars are created or born every day. For that, the heaven has to be expanded to accommodate these huge numbers of stars. Because if the heavens doesn't expand, the university will be burst. How the Prophet Muhammad knew that? Did he say from himself, and we will keep expanding, and we constructed the heaven with strength, and we will keep expanding? Did he say that from himself, or the God said that? It's a very strong evidence which proves that this man is a prophet from God. Another very great miracle. The Prophet Muhammad said in the hadith, if the fly falls in the vessel, dip all of it and then remove it, that one of its wings is a disease and the other is a treatment. The recent science proves that one of the wings of the fly contains antibiotics which kill the microbes and the parasites which fall from the second wing. For that, he ordered us, if the fly falls in the vessel, to dip all of it. When we dip all of it, it will drop this antibiotics and it will kill the microbes. The recent science proves that there are more than great study in Australia and USA proves that the body of the fly contains antibiotics, and now they produce antibiotics for the treatment of many diseases from the body of the fly. And I will put link under this video which will prove what I say. I will put 8 great miracles provided with links to prove what I say. How he knew that? Prophet Muhammad, he was an illiterate man, can read and can write for more than 1,400 years. Very strong evidence. Another very great miracle. The Prophet Muhammad said in the hadith, every human being is created about 360 joined, and he has to offer every day a charity or donation for every joined. His friend said to him, it's too hard to make that. He said to them, if you pray 2 rakas in the early morning, it will be equivalent for all that. The recent science proves that every one of us is created about 360 joined, like Muhammad said, from more than 1,400 years. How he knew that? This fact is discovered from few years only. How he knew that? Another very great miracle. The non-believers said to the Prophet Muhammad, if you really a prophet from God, split this moon from us into 2 parts, and we will believe you and support you. He said to them, can you give me a charter, a strong promise about that? He give you, yes, we give you a charter, strong. He prayed to God, and the moon has split it into 2 parts. They said to him, you charmed us with magic. This is magic. He said to them, why you broke your promises with me? I achieved what you want. They said, no, this is magic. He said to them, there are messengers. Messengers will come after 2 days. We can ask them. If they saw, which he saw, this means that it is not a magic. They said, okay, because they know that the magic affects only the people in front of you, near you, but doesn't affect the people far away from you. The messengers was about 100 kilometers. The messengers came after 2 days, and they said, we saw a very strange thing. We saw that the moon has split it into 2 parts, and was astonished. What is the matter? They said to him, no, your magic is very strong. It goes for a long way. For that, the God settled down in Surah Al-Qamar in chapter number 27 in verse number 1. The last day has been soon, and the moon has split it. And if they saw a great miracle, they don't believe, and they said it is a strong magic. This is always the character of the non-believers. They ask for a great miracle, although they know that this man is a prophet, and then they cancel and broke their promises because they are arrogant and liars. And I hope you are not like these people. When the instruments dropped on the surface of the moon, they found a very long crack. The length of this crack is 125 kilometers, and the width of this crack is 1,500 meters, and the depth of this crack is 500 meters. They was astonished. What is that? They make studies about this crack. They found that this crack impossible to come as a result from earthquake or volcano or any other thing. And one of the scholars of NASA agency on USA said that our studies prove that the moon has broken in the past, and then it sealed another time, which proves without any doubt that the God has split the moon for his prophet for more than 1,400 years. What do you want more than that? Another very great miracle. A scholar non-Muslim scholar, Japanese scholar called Masaru Emoto, make a great book called Message from Water about the incredible and great effect of reciting the Holy Quran on water. He found many strange things. He found that the crystals of the water changed after reciting Quran on it and moved to make very beautiful structures, geometric structures, flower. He take images for these structures and put them in his book. And he make studies about the water. He found that the benefits and the characters of the water changed to be better and better after reciting reciting the Holy Quran on it in the treatment of many diseases. He wrote all that in his book, Message from Water. And I will put the link of this book under this video. I will put 8 great miracles for you. How that? What do you want more than that? All these miracles is a drop in a big sea from hundreds of miracles in the Quran and Sunnah, which pushes hundreds of Christians to convert to Islam every day. 50,000 Christians converted to Islam in Egypt every 1 year. 5 Christians every 1 hour in USA converted to Islam because of these miracles. Now, if you start to believe that this Quran is from God, that means that you are humble. If you don't want to believe until now, I'm sorry to say to you that you are arrogant. Because if I told you to look at the sun in the sky and you told me that you don't see anything, this means that you are arrogant. Or you are blind man, you don't have eyes. You have to know that the miracles in the Quran and Sunnah is stronger than the light of the sun in the sky. And you have to know that the Quran, which contains all these miracles, said in Surah Ali Imran in chapter number 3 in verse number 85, any person will accept any religion unless Islam will not be acceptable from him, and he will be from the big losers in the last day. And the Prophet Muhammad said in the hadith, I swear with whom my soul is in his hand, any person hear about me, Jewish or Christian or any another religion, and don't believe me and don't believe the religion I came with, he will be one of the hell people. You will be one of the fire people if you don't convert to Islam. I made this video because I care about you. I'm afraid about you. I don't want you to go to fire. You will fall in fire and you will never come out of it. Survive yourself from the very hard torment fire. You will save yourself from fire. You will fall in fire and you will never come out of it. You will bite your fingers in the last day and you will cry. You will cry with blood. You will not cry with tears, and you will remember, and you will bite your fingers and you will remember what I say now. And you will stroke yourself and you will blame yourself because you don't obey me. But the time will be off and the door will be closed. And you will remember, and you will hope to return to the life to convert to Islam for 1 second, but the door will be closed and the time will be off. Now I have finished. One thing I want to say is that drop under this video and read all the miracles which I have written and press the links which I put to make sure for what I want. They will know that the Holy Quran is the best book all over the world. After that, if you don't obey me, you will be the killer of yourself.